They walked the earth for hundreds of thousands of years, these skilled hunters, these masters of fire. Neanderthals were not just primitive brutes, they were a sophisticated species with a deep understanding of their environment. They crafted tools with precision, hunted large game with strategic prowess, and even created symbolic art. Their ability to control fire was not just for warmth or cooking, it was a central part of their social and cultural life. Fire brought them together, providing a space for community and storytelling, a place to share knowledge and traditions. Neanderthals, our closest ancient relatives, once thrived across Europe and Asia. They lived in diverse environments, from the dense forests of Europe to the open steppes of Asia. Their adaptability was remarkable, allowing them to survive in a variety of climates and landscapes. They built shelters, made clothing from animal hides, and developed a diet that included a wide range of plants and animals. Their social structures were complex, with evidence suggesting they cared for their sick and elderly, and buried their dead with rituals that hint at a belief in an afterlife. They were a resilient species, adapted to harsh environments and glacial cycles. Their physical build was robust, with strong muscles and bones that could withstand the rigors of their challenging world. They developed specialized tools for hunting and processing food, and their knowledge of medicinal plants suggests a sophisticated understanding of their natural surroundings. Despite the harsh conditions, they thrived, creating a rich and varied culture that lasted for millennia. Yet around 40,000 years ago, they vanished from the face of the earth. The reasons for their disappearance are still debated among scientists. Some theories suggest that climate change played a significant role, altering the landscapes they depended on for survival. Others propose that competition with early modern humans who were migrating into Neanderthal territories led to their decline. There is also evidence to suggest that interbreeding between Neanderthals and modern humans may have contributed to their eventual absorption into our species. Their disappearance remains one of the greatest mysteries of our own species' story. The archaeological record provides tantalizing clues, but many questions remain unanswered. How did they interact with early modern humans? What was the nature of their social and cultural life? And what ultimately led to their extinction? These questions drive ongoing research and exploration as scientists seek to uncover the truth about our ancient relatives. What happened to the Neanderthals? This question has fascinated researchers for decades. Advances in technology have allowed scientists to extract and analyze DNA from Neanderthal remains, providing new insights into their biology and evolution. Genetic studies have revealed that Neanderthals and modern humans share a common ancestor, and that interbreeding occurred between the two species. This genetic legacy is still present in many people today, with traces of Neanderthal DNA found in modern human genomes. Was it a sudden cataclysm or a slow fade into oblivion? The evidence suggests a complex interplay of factors. Environmental changes, such as volcanic eruptions and shifting climates, would have posed significant challenges. At the same time, the arrival of modern humans with their advanced tools and social structures may have created additional pressures. The combination of these factors likely contributed to the gradual decline of Neanderthal populations, leading to their eventual disappearance. The answers, as with many things in the past, are complex and shrouded in the mists of time. Each new discovery adds a piece to the puzzle, but also raises new questions. The study of Neanderthals is a dynamic and evolving field, with researchers continually uncovering new evidence and re-evaluating old assumptions. As we learn more about their lives and their world, we gain a deeper understanding of our own origins and the forces that have shaped human history. Scientists have long grappled with this enigma, piecing together fragmented clues from fossils, artifacts, and increasingly from the very DNA we share. The use of advanced technologies such as 3D imaging and isotopic analysis has revolutionized the study of Neanderthals, allowing researchers to reconstruct their diets, health, and even their movements across ancient landscapes. These scientific advancements are helping to build a more detailed and nuanced picture of Neanderthal life. Their research paints a picture far more nuanced than the simplistic narratives we often tell ourselves about our ancestors' rise to dominance. The story of Neanderthals is not one of inevitable extinction, but of a species that adapted, innovated, and thrived for hundreds of thousands of years. Their legacy lives on in our genes, and their story is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. It's a story of climate change, competition, and perhaps even love and war. The interactions between Neanderthals and early modern humans were likely complex and multifaceted, involving both conflict and cooperation. As we continue to explore this ancient history, we are reminded of the deep connections that bind us to our distant relatives and the shared journey that has brought us to where we are today. To understand why the Neanderthals disappeared, we must first understand who they were. Neanderthals, our closest extinct human relatives, roamed Europe and parts of Asia for hundreds of thousands of years. They were a distinct species, separate from modern humans, yet they shared many similarities with us. Their story is one of survival, adaptation, and ultimately mystery. Neanderthals were not the brutish cavemen of popular imagination. Instead, they were complex beings with their own culture and way of life. They lived in small, close-knit groups, relying on each other for survival in the harsh climates they inhabited. They possessed larger brains than modern humans and exhibited remarkable adaptations to their icy world. Their brains were not just larger, but also differently shaped, suggesting they may have had different cognitive abilities and social structures. Their stocky builds and powerful muscles helped conserve heat. This physical strength was crucial for their survival, enabling them to hunt large animals and endure the cold. Their short limbs and broad noses were suited to the cold, dry air of Ice Age Europe. These features helped them retain heat and breathe more efficiently in their frigid environments. Neanderthals were skilled tool makers, crafting sophisticated stone implements for hunting and butchering. Their tools were not just functional, but also showed a level of craftsmanship and understanding of materials. They controlled fire, providing warmth and light in their cave dwellings. Fire was a central part of their daily lives, used for cooking, protection, and social gatherings. Evidence suggests they cared for their sick and injured, burying their dead with care and perhaps even rituals. This indicates a level of empathy and social complexity that challenges the stereotype of the primitive caveman. These were not primitive brutes, but intelligent beings who navigated a challenging world with resourcefulness and resilience. Their ability to adapt to their environment, create tools, and form social bonds speaks to their ingenuity and strength as a species. Understanding their lives helps us appreciate the rich tapestry of human evolution and the diverse paths our ancestors took. The world the Neanderthals knew was a harsh and unforgiving one. The Pleistocene epoch, also known as the Ice Age, saw dramatic fluctuations in climate. Glacial periods brought frigid temperatures, locking vast amounts of water in ice sheets and lowering sea levels. These cycles placed immense pressure on Neanderthal populations, forcing them to adapt or perish. Around the time Neanderthals began to disappear, Europe experienced a period of intense climate instability. Temperatures swung wildly, leading to rapid shifts in vegetation and animal life. These fluctuations would have disrupted Neanderthal hunting grounds and food sources, pushing them to the brink of survival. Section 4. The arrival of Homo sapiens, newcomers on the block. This chapter delves into the fascinating and complex story of how Homo sapiens, our very own species, began to spread across the globe, forever altering the course of history. As if the challenges of a changing climate weren't enough, the Neanderthals faced a new threat, the arrival of Homo sapiens. The Earth was undergoing significant climatic shifts, with temperatures fluctuating and ecosystems transforming. These changes created a harsh environment for all living beings, including the Neanderthals, who had to adapt to survive. Our species, originating in Africa, began migrating out of the continent around 100,000 years ago. This migration was driven by a combination of factors, including the search for new resources, changing environmental conditions, and perhaps even a sense of curiosity and exploration inherent in our species. By around 45,000 years ago, Homo sapiens had reached Europe, entering the Neanderthals' domain. This was a significant milestone in human history, as it marked the beginning of a period of interaction between two distinct human species. The arrival of Homo sapiens in Europe was not a sudden event, but rather a gradual process that unfolded over thousands of years. The arrival of Homo sapiens introduced competition for resources. Both species were skilled hunters and gatherers, relying on similar prey animals for food. This competition for resources would have been particularly intense during times of scarcity, when food and other necessities were in short supply. Both species relied on similar prey animals for food and sought shelter in caves and rock shelters. These shelters provided protection from the elements and predators, making them highly sought after. The competition for these prime living spaces would have added another layer of tension between the two species. This competition would have intensified during times of scarcity, placing further strain on Neanderthal populations already struggling to survive in a changing world. The arrival of Homo sapiens with their advanced tools and social structures may have tipped the balance, leading to the eventual decline of the Neanderthals. The story of our ancestors' migration and their interactions with other human species is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of Homo sapiens, qualities that have enabled us to thrive and dominate the planet. Section 5 outcompeted the struggle for resources. While Neanderthals were undoubtedly strong and resourceful, Homo sapiens possessed certain advantages that may have tipped the scales in their favor. Archaeological evidence suggests that Homo sapiens were more adept at crafting a wider variety of tools, including weapons and projectiles. They also created art and symbolic artifacts hinting at more complex social structures and communication skills. These subtle advantages, combined with their larger populations and wider networks of trade and exchange, may have allowed Homo sapiens to outcompete Neanderthals for resources. This competition, coupled with the stresses of climate change, would have made it increasingly difficult for Neanderthals to maintain viable populations. Section 6. Intertwined destinies, evidence of interbreeding. The story of Neanderthals and Homo sapiens is not simply one of competition and replacement. Recent genetic studies have revealed a surprising twist interbreeding between the two species. Analysis of Neanderthal DNA extracted from fossils shows that modern humans of non-African descent carry a small percentage of Neanderthal genes in their own genetic makeup. This discovery suggests that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens did not simply coexist, but also interbred. These encounters may not always have been peaceful, but they left an indelible mark on our species' genetic heritage. The Neanderthal legacy lives on in our own DNA, a testament to the complexities of our shared past.